Smackdown Live for December 11th, 2018. Decent show, much better than Monday Night Raw. Then again, a steaming pile of shit is better than Monday Night Raw. Show opens with Daniel Bryan in the ring. He's running the entire crowd down, being the angry vegan that he is. I love this character. I think that Daniel Bryan has really morphed into what this character is supposed to be, and I like that he is getting the reception from the crowd that he intends. He isn't one of these heels that gets cheered. He is a real heel, and he is owning that wholeheartedly, and I really enjoy watching his new material play out on television. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think this character is great, and I see him only improving in this role. Mustafa Ali comes out, and my first question is, why is he here? Isn't Mustafa Ali in 205 Live? Isn't there a brand split? Why is he here? Why? No explanation at all whatsoever. Mustafa Ali comes to the ring, basically says that, Daniel Bryan, you were an inspiration to me. You were an inspiration for a lot of the 205 guys and the guys watching back home who are coming up in the brand. What happened to you? Who are you now, and why are you like this? The segment was pretty good, but again, all I'm really thinking is, why is Mustafa Ali here? This is a serious logistical hole that the company never addressed. I thought that maybe a storyline would play out between the first segment and the end of the show involving Mustafa Ali, and some kind of explanation would be provided in the show as far as why the fuck he was here. But no, nothing. He was just there. So I guess we're not supposed to care about the brand split now? Does this mean that someone from Raw can just come onto SmackDown without any explanation? Does this mean that someone from NXT can just go over to 205 Live without any explanation? Does this mean that Braun Strowman can infiltrate 205 Live and absolutely murder the entire cruiserweight roster on that brand? What does it mean? Why should I care about the brand split if the rules can just be broken? And it didn't take much of an explanation either. Shane McMahon could have opened the show backstage and said that he's thrilled to announce that a superstar from 205 Live, who you all love and I love, and who the company sees in a really bright light, will be making his first ever appearance and have the opportunity in the land of opportunity that is SmackDown Live to showcase his talent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mustafa Ali. That would have been an explanation. A weak explanation, but an explanation nonetheless. He's a superstar that the company has paid attention to and noticed is performing extremely well, and they wanted to give him an opportunity on the higher tier brand. Fine, cool. Again, a weak explanation, but it would have worked. But nothing. No explanation whatsoever. And this is typical WWE fashion. These events just occur with no logic behind them. Why is Mustafa Ali here? Nonetheless, they go on to have a match. Match was good. Nothing great, but it was good. Daniel Bryan defeated Mustafa Ali with a heel hook after repeatedly slamming Ali's leg into the ring post. After the match, Bryan attacked Ali again on the stage, and he posed with the WWE Championship. The match again was good, nothing great. I would like to see these two go at it again with another 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes added onto the time. And I would like for them to be able to really showcase what they can do. Because if you watch a Mustafa Ali highlight reel, and then you compare that to this match, holy shit, can you see that a lot was missing. And obviously, being in the WWE, these guys who came from the independent scene will never be able to fully showcase what they can do, but he could have done a lot more. So again, the match wasn't bad, but it could have just been a lot better. The Usos in the Bar had a rap battle next with the New Day as judges. I don't know what the Bar must have done backstage to piss someone off, but they were treated like absolute fucking clowns. Absolute clowns. They came out in prototypical tracks, red and white striped sweatpants with a headband, looking and acting like your stereotypical white rappers. This was most likely the cringiest segment I have seen all year in WWE television. That is saying something because there have been some really cringy segments in WWE. When it was their turn to rap, and I use that word loosely, it was so bad. They did their own rendition of Ice Ice Baby, altered in a way to insult the Usos, and it was so bad. I mean, you look at the bar, and then you look at the Usos, and you know who's going to win. And not only did the Usos absolutely annihilate the bar, absolutely decimated the bar and spat in the face of them, they are actually really good rappers. They have this unique way of rhyming. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like one Uso will spit one bar, and then the next bar they spit won't necessarily rhyme, but then it'll be the other Uso's turn, and his first bar will rhyme with the original first bar spat by the first Uso. It's hard to explain, but they have this really unique way of mixing and matching bars to create this kind of cool flow. And honestly, I haven't really seen that in much rap at all. I mean, they really have their own unique style, which is fun and entertaining to listen to. So the Usos destroyed the bar, and it ended with the teams brawling with one another. Segment was okay. I much preferred the New Day versus the Uso rap battle just because the New Day could spit and the Usos could spit. So it made for a more intense segment between the two teams. In this segment, the bar was just treated like a total joke, and you knew immediately exactly how it would play out. Next up, The Miz is in the ring, and my God, is he fallen flat. He's just no longer interesting. He had this Hollywood heel gimmick going for him for a long time. He did that phenomenal promo on Talking Smack, and for a while, he was one of the guys. And now it's almost like the company is trying to treat him like a babyface. The Miz is not a babyface. If there's one superstar on the roster between Raw and SmackDown who I can say should never, ever, ever be a babyface, it's The Miz. I mean, you just look at him. Just look at him, look at his smug smile, the way that he acts, the way that he talks, his gestures, his mannerisms. This guy is a heel. He should be a heel for life. And the company, for whatever reason, is trying to water him down. If there's one superstar who should not be watered down, it is The Miz. Shane McMahon comes to the ring once again. The Miz is kissing Shane McMahon's ass, telling them how much they should be teams. Next up, these two jobbers come into the ring. They're known as the Vegas Boys. Terrible fucking match. I think that the percentage of sloppiness to how long this match was could rank number one for the year. This match lasted about 3 minutes. It was McMahon and The Miz versus these Vegas Boys. It was just McMahon in the ring, and I think every move was sloppy. Nothing looked good. Shane McMahon won with a triangle choke after badly botching a DDT. And backstage, just to rub some salt in the wound, Paige refused to pay the independent contractors. They refused to pay the Vegas Boys. Next up, Randy Orton cuts a promo on Rey Mysterio. My God, am I bored of this feud. How many times have we seen Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio go at it? I will say that their match at TLC being a chairs match could actually be interesting just because Randy Orton does have that ruthless brutality factor to him, which I think could translate well into a match when he's allowed to use a chair and do whatever he wants with it. I think we could see some pretty brutal spots, and I'm kind of excited to see it, to be honest. At first, I read an article that stated it was just going to be a normal one-on-one match, and I yawned and rolled my eyes to the back of my head. But being a chairs match, this could be pretty interesting. So I'm kind of excited for this match, to be honest. Mysterio showed up while Randy Orton was cutting a promo, just attacked him from behind with a chair. That was it. Next match, Rusev and Jeff Hardy defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe. It's just your standard match. Again, no reason at all as far as why this happened. I'm always excited to see Samoa Joe in the ring. He did fine. But again, there was just no context to this match. Do you know what the best part about the Attitude Era and the best part about even the early days of the Ruthless Aggression Era? Wasn't the blood, wasn't the swearing, wasn't the HLA, wasn't the over sexuality, it wasn't any of that stuff. It was the fact that each and every show knew how to tell its own storyline. And the matches were presented for a reason. There was context behind the matches. That's what made it so great, was the storytelling, was the more organic feel of every show. There is no reason for half this shit to be happening in WWE. There's no reason. Why did this match happen? What was the point? Rusev pinned Nakamura after a Machka kick. This was a brutal looking Machka kick as well. Last up, Asuka defeated Charlotte Flair by disqualification when Flair attacked Asuka with the kendo stick. After the match, Asuka, Flair, and Becky Lynch took turns hitting each other with the stick. Asuka eventually came up on top in the stick fight. Not really sure why they were using kendo sticks. I mean, this is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Of course, kendo sticks are allowed, but you would think going into this match that they would use some of the objects that will be presented in the match. Why did they use a table, a ladder, or a chair? I mean, this is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I mean, it's kind of nitpicking, you could argue, but seriously, I mean, what is this obsession? What was the obsession with kendo sticks? I'm looking forward to this match. I think that obviously all three women are extremely talented. I think that it has the potential to be pretty brutal. I think it has the potential to be creative and for them to put on a spectacle unlike anything we've ever seen. I'm really looking forward to this match. But I just didn't like how this match ended on SmackDown Live with the kendo stick. I mean, I just didn't see any reason for it. Overall, SmackDown Live was an okay show. Again, it was better than Raw, but that goes without saying. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Overall, I just like to see more of a storyline progression in these shows and less of things happening just for the sake of things happening. There needs to be a reason for matches to take place. There needs to be context. And I hope that the WWE can give us more of that moving forward.